you back it up on me. This a girl a wine in a time. I move around like she don't have no spine. The next thing, Joe she find, she have the rest of them a wait in a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on a level right now. I match to the bass and the treble right now. Wine for the real, them a crown. Bedroom pulling up and now back down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a bow, go. Girl, you want it, they know, yo. Rip on the scene, heavy movement. You and your team, yeah. Them can't intervene, right? You know one of the style where you got this. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in the pop ways. Don't tease till it making me alright. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me, yeah. I love the style where you got this. So won't you back it up on me?
Back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight. Right, yeah, me tell. Know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know when I pray, put that thing upon you. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up, girl. Throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh yeah, we in here.
You know I let it slide where you got this. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease till it making me honest. So smooth when you move to the groove in the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got this. So won't you back it up on me?
Oh yeah, yeah. My Tony, I'm on the east, we ain't forget about diabetes. My mama told me, I'm on the yeah. I'm on the east, we ain't forget about diabetes. But sooner I walk on the road, cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. Ila is on the as I walk on the road, cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. Ila is on the please ma banana, please ma banana, please ma banana. Yeah. Yeah, Suri the money, she fuck you with money kalama, In the earring, she gave me the monkey banana, And I let sweet, for my chamola banana, yeah. Sexy baby, she feeling the banana, You sweet as sugar, you won't get me diabetes. Now because I spending money and I'm me as Sidiki. And the team from Cloud. You sweet as sugar and now you from Cloud. Now you know no more teacher. No flow no more teacher. I'm on the east, we ain't forget about diabetes. My mama told me, I'm a hero, yeah. I'm on the east, we ain't forget about diabetes. But sooner I walk on the road, cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. Ila is on the as I walk on the road, cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. I is on the cha-cha-cha. Ila is on the you make it sweet, mama.
It is often said any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is why I introduced to you a company with magic, SM Group Incorporated. SM Group Incorporated is an internet technology company that provides the best quality and cheapest internet services, including IT management services, supplies of IT equipment, networking, mobile app and software development, structural cabling, and web design. We also develop POS cash register system for small businesses like mini-mart, supermarket, restaurants, and bar, hotel management software for reservations, and online booking. SM Group Incorporated installs biometric systems that include hotel door locks and access control, database, CCTV security, and motion sensor system installation with 24/7 monitoring and cloud backup storage with mini solar backup power system. Coming soon is the SM Group SASE-Net, which will deploy hundreds of Wi-Fi hotspots across the city with high-speed, affordable broadband internet service for less than $100 Liberian dollars. For more information, visit our website at www.smgroupincorporated.net or email us at info@smgroupincorporated.net or call cell numbers 0777-881-881. We are located at the intersection of Kerry and Center Streets in Monrovia.
Do you know that maintaining clean and sufficient amount of oil is the perfect solution to preventing too much friction and overheating of your car engine? Remember that dye particles are deadly to your engines. So too is the use of the wrong kind of oil. Stop using recycled oil products on the market. Sonoco Premium Super Fleet Engine Oil is now in Liberia. The Premium SAE 50, Premium 15W40 for both gasoline and diesel engines. Once there is an engine, Sonoco has the lubricant. You can now change your engine oil after every 3 to 4 months. Since 1886, Sonoco Oil Company is supplying oil to over 85 different countries around the world. With Sonoco products, there is no more damage to your engines. Macintosh Incorporated, a Liberian company located on Weaver Street, AB Talbot Road in Painesville, is the sole importer and country distributor of Sonoco and other U.S. lubricant brands. Call cell numbers 0880-535-508, 0777-677-633.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinter1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinter1.com or holly@pinter1.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code COSTA. Pinter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She did give me small, I know.
Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency is the name that counts when you talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in central New Jersey, Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA. At Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Painter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Painter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Painter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302 508 3034. Again, 302 508 3034. Or visit our website at painter1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@painter1.com or holly@painter1.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Painter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
The Liberia Entrepreneur Educational Foundation, LEAFS for short, announces its opening this September for academic year 2022-2023 from nursery to grade 6. The school also offers technical, vocational, and skills training programs. LEAFS is an international school with United States and European curriculums. The school is in partnership with the American School and Teachers Without Borders, situated in Belgium. Our fees are affordable and our standards are international. We are located in Lee Hill Community, adjacent Building for Tomorrow, Upper Johnsonville, Monserrado County. You can contact us on the following numbers: 0880-381-249 or 0770-529-870, or visit our website at www.leefoundation.org. Registration is now in progress and runs until September 12, 2022.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure, and start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the program. Today is Wednesday, the very last day in the month of August 2022. August 31st, 2022. The time in Monrovia is 10:30 in the morning, and the time in Delaware on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America is 6:30 in the morning. And we are glad to be here. We welcome September tomorrow. September is here. And the end of the year is very much upon us, very much upon us. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends where you are in our beautiful one word We're very glad to have you. Good morning, Boakai.
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. Like you said, tomorrow is a brand new month, and gradually we are climaxing this year, and we'll be getting into the heated political year, which is 2023, that we all been anticipating since 2017. Yeah, so it's good that we are here back to delivering people's work.
All right, thank you so much, Boakai. So we have a lot of things on our plate. Yesterday was the confirmation. Well, the Senate took a vote on Sienna Yo, Chief Justice nominee. They took a vote on whether or not to confirm her, and almost all but a few senators declined. Senator Zoe Manuel Peno, I believe, was the only one who refused to vote for her. It would have been a unanimous confirmation. But the Grand Jita County Senator, Zoe Emmanuel Peno, not only did he not vote for her, but he filed for a motion for reconsideration. It is allowed within the Senate rules. You may not only object to a nominee's confirmation, but you may also file for a motion to reconsider the decision to confirm that nominee. And that is exactly what Senator Zoe Manuel Peno did. Now, just because he's the lone person who didn't vote for her does not mean that he doesn't have the right to file for a motion for reconsideration. Now, we will see where that motion will go. Will that motion suffice to overturn the overwhelming decision to confirm the nominee? I doubt that very, very much. But I would like to know why the good Senator Zoe Manuel Peno from Grand Jita decided to file a motion for reconsideration. And quite honestly, quite frankly, I was shocked. I didn't watch the entire voting process exercise as it took place, but I watched a little bit of it. And then I saw my own big brother and friend Zoe Manuel Pena say, "No, I vote no." And I was like, "Oh," but it surprised me because he is a supporter of the government. But that doesn't mean he should vote for everything they want. But I was surprised. This is a big nomination by the president. It's a key position. So I was surprised why Zoe Pena voted no. But I will gather I will try to gather some information as to why he voted no. So they're going to go and look into his motion for reconsideration. Once you file a motion for reconsideration, you have to have reasons for doing that. You have to be able to explain or give reasons why you did that. And they should look into the reasons for which you believe that a motion or that the nominee's nomination should be put on hold. That has to happen before you move forward. Other things here. Today, we, as promised, we told you that we were going to be going into the letter, the talk of war, or the war of words between Alex Cummings and George Weah. Now, I'm going to say this. You all who know a little bit of politics or just have common sense, and that would be almost all of you, know that this benefits Alex Cummings. You cannot recall the last time George Weah ever responded to Alex Cummings. You cannot recall. George Weah does not respond to Alex Cummings. He often responds to who, Boakai? Which presidential candidate does George Weah respond to?
Joseph Newman Boakai.
Every single time when Joe Boakai speaks and says something with which George Weah feels takes serious exception, to which Weah takes serious exception, he would respond either himself directly through throwing jabs, which is what he does, and also, or his people will issue a statement. Who is the other person that he often responds to, who is not a presidential candidate? Me, your humble servant. They often respond to things we say. We're not being cocky here. This is just a fact. But George Weah doesn't often respond or has never responded to Alex Cummings. This is the first time that we know in his 5 years in office, now correct me if I'm wrong, Boakai, including you, that George Weah has responded to Alex Cummings. Now, the ANC people are, yeah. At least we are not respond to us because they now believe that they're in a game.
Yeah.
You know?
What they are saying is that Mr. Cummings is now becoming a competitor to Josh Weah, so that's responding.
But as I said, we're not here to punch make Cummings out punching back this money. I told you all that's not what we're doing, but we're just stating the facts, what the facts are. The facts are that George Weah never responds to Alex Cummings. He never does. And this is the first time that he's done. And so the ANC people are very excited about that. And in Boakai, to be honest, they have reasons to be excited about that. They really do, because you know what? They may get PE or he can lay you down. Let me put it the Liberian way. Then finally one day he does. You gotta think that, but then
read my messages.
We are in a game. We are in a game. So that's the point I wanted to make. And so today we will begin. Waka sent me the Alex Cummings statement, to which Mr. Weah responded. Let's begin with that. And also, I want to put something in perspective here. We're going to be absolutely fair. In George Weah's response to Alex Cummings, he keeps saying, you were in the government, you are in the government, you are in the government. To be honest, Mr. Cummings was appointed to the board of BWR by President Sirleaf. Bold, let's be fair. It was a bold thing, right? Yeah, he was in the government. At the end of the day, if you're looking at all the people who were in the government, yeah, you could say that. But come on, that is not even a full-time government job. It wasn't a full-time government job. He didn't have an office. He didn't have any of those things. This is us just being fair. This is us just being fair. Cummings was in a board at BWI. So come on, BWI board. How often do they even meet? A few times a year, So I don't even think he received a salary or a board fee for sitting on that board. But yes, Mr. Weah is right for saying Cummings was in the government. Yes, when you sit on a board appointed by the president, you are in the government. Because you were appointed by the president. Once the president appoints you, and you accept that appointment, and you said that you are in the government. So Mr. Weah is right on that point. But then the point about it again, it was not a serious government position. He was not Minister of Finance, Minister of Commerce, or anything like that. No, he wasn't. So this is us just being fair. Now, we're going to move forward. But before we move to the issue, the whole debacle between Cummings and Weah, which Weah likes very, very much, and which Cummings likes very much, pro-Cummings media, they're running with it. Weah versus Cummings. Because this is exactly where Alex Cummings wants to be. He wants to be in the G's, to borrow your words, Solomon. He wants to be in the G's. And now, of course, Weah has given him a little bit of Vida. Okay, but before we go into those letters, those two communications, before we do that, let me just speak to you about something. So Len Eugene Nagwe, the career government official, this guy has lived his entire life in government. Eugene Nagwe has never held a job outside of government. Did you know that, Waka?
I've been following here.
Eugene Nagwe has been a government employee for as long as he's been an employee of anything. Eugene was special assistant to former Vice President Moses Blah. Then Moses Blah, Taylor left and Blah assumed the presidency for a few months. Eugene Nagwe was appointed Minister for Post and Telecommunications. Since that time, that bugger has been in one government job to another government job to another government job to another government job. By the time the government leaves power, what happens to Eugene? Eugene gets broke. Eugene is a philanderer. Go look it up. Eugene is a philanderer. He spends money lavishly on women. Eugene wants a woman. Eugene will spend any amount of money to get that woman. Even if it is just for a moment's pleasure, Eugene will spend that money.
That's how he's like.
Philanderer par excellence. That is Eugene language for you. Yes. Right after the government leaves power and he loses that job and that revenue, that income stream, Eugene goes broke. Everybody knows Eugene for that. That is what happens with Eugene. Every single time. That's what Eugene does. Now, listen to this. So Len Eugene Nangbe is the current maritime boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like the job at the Ministry of Information. He said it wasn't bringing him money. He was not happy there. He grumbled until when James Colley resigned as maritime boss, they moved Eugene there. Eugene has been there. Eugene had a tenure. That position had a tenure. So Eugene was looking to stay in that job for how many years? What, 6 or 7 years? Then the legislature decided to repeal a number of tenure positions. Yes. One of the government entities that was affected by that decision was the Maritime Authority. They removed the tenure from that position. So some people say it's going to apply right now, even though Eugene was appointed prior to the position, to the tenure being revoked, but it does not matter. It's still going to apply. But that's not the point. The point is that position no longer has a tenure. Now, Eugene wants another position. Eugene wants to be the next Minister of State. That is the job Eugene is angling for. And he has been doing a lot to get that job. So we all know that the current Minister of State is serving suspension, right? Nathaniel McGill. And nobody knows whether McGill will come out to the position. Right?
He may likely not come back, Costa. He may not come back.
But Eugene is fighting to become the next Minister of State. But here's the thing. Eugene, why is McGill currently not in his position or serving?
Because of sanction.
Eugene himself is targeted for sanction. Eugene himself has been targeted for sanctions. So, this is the judge we are. You have your Minister of State who is currently serving suspension while he deals with this issue of the sanction against him. Then you have Eugene Nangbe, who has been targeted for the exact same sanctions for other reasons, some of which are similar. Why would you name Eugene Nangbe to that same position when Eugene himself is going to be sanctioned? That's it. Eugene is going to be sanctioned. So the greatest argument, the greatest mistake we will make is to nominate a targeted individual to replace somebody who has already been sanctioned. Bugger, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The man will be sanctioned. So imagine a scenario. Say Judge Leah decides to appoint him. He appoints him Minister of State. A few weeks or a few months from now, bam, Eugene gets sanctioned.
Again? In the president's office, the president's office boy again?
Again? So then what happens? You ask him to, you suspend him and then what? Oh. Judge Leah cannot and should not, and this is advice to him, nominate Eugene Nangbe as Minister of State, because Eugene Nangbe will himself be sanctioned. It is as simple as that. And why do you think Eugene Nangbe really wants that job? I know the answer. Eugene believes that in that position, He can leverage it, he can milk it, he can exploit it, he can do whatever he can there to get as rich as possible in the dying days of the administration. That's it. That's it. Eugene believes that he can milk it, he can exploit it, he can get rich as much as possible. That's why Eugene wants a job. That is a singular and quintessential reason why Eugene is actively lobbying to become the next Minister of State. They've got a year in office. And so Eugene wants to go in there and make as much money so that he does not go broke again when he leaves this government. Because guess what? This is the last government that Eugene Nangwe will work in. I show you of that.
Why you say so?
Will never work in any government after this government.
Costa, Eugene is good at lobbying.
Huh?
Eugene is good at lobbying for positions in government. So
government. Anybody, when we win, anybody who brings Eugene Nangwe around us and tries to see whether we can get him a job, I, Henry Costa, will use my leverage and influence with Joe Boga to make sure that person there is punished. Punished in some kind of way. I'm telling you. And guess what? I have a mighty huge influence with Joe Boga.
So how you expect the man to continue his useless lifestyle?
I don't care. He better make as much money as he can right now so that when they leave power, he better not get broke. He better not get broke. All of getting be giving all that money to, he better be reducing that money because Eugene can spend money when Eugene want woman. So I was seeing this girl, right? And Eugene wanted to get. Eugene, they get him on Eugene. Anyway, I will not go too far. Let me just leave it there. Let me just leave it. Eugene could not understand why he could not get again. That I could get again, he could not get again. But anyway, I'm not going to go there. That's many years ago. But Eugene would spend any amount of money to get a woman. If you go in a bank account and enter it to get a woman. That is why Eugene goes broke every time he leaves government. But I will lead that story. That story there, I will not tell that story. You know one of the reasons why Eugene will hate me during Ellington? Is in our politics business that will not get business.
Because that the Mele Hotel began of business. Every week for in Basso.
But you know another hotel he left? Moving Peg Hotel in Ghana. That play using an imported thing and go. That using that.
Go out of the country and tell you say you.
I can't go.
Can't come in Ghana.
Yeah. Moving Peg Hotel. All they using importing. He can fly there on business class or in business class. He gives them shopping money. That using and spending money. Eugene is a play ball, career play ball. So the reason Eugene have problem with me, some of your things say between Ellington, your things that because I used to be criticizing. That woman business. Eugene wanted that get so badly, and again, I went together for a brief period, by the way. So Eugene was mad. And where about Benin? They're not anything. You see?
And because that man he bought former port managing director. Now the 2 men in there when the border go grand bazaar, my man. See the children in land going bazaar. They don't say
they can be coming from Moravia to go down the bazaar.
Moravia they make it import to bazaar. See, and they may not let no fat or somebody that type of way. They may like a dry. They small 30, they 40, 60, 70 year old. I'm serious, Costa. I'm serious thing I'm telling you. That's Eugene Nangwe area. You see a beautiful way, like a face that looking at an honor carrier. When you
you're babbing. You're babbing. Anyway, let's move on to another thing. You know, we gotta go to the We Are versus Cummings, tit for tat. Talk about but I want to say something before we delve into that conversation. We Are and Cummings. So let me just say this. Okay. So the issue here is, you know, man, I'm married man.
Forget that thing.
Me, my own bar, I said I way about that. I told me when I'm married to your wife. But you talking about what the men doing now? I mean, I thought I want don't fuck away the men.
When your wife won't prove me right or wrong. When your wife won't prove me right or wrong. Let's set up for him to hotel begin over the week.
That only hotel begin and say that guy. Wait, Nisa. Hassan Wati? Zidane.
Zidane, yeah, Hassan Zidane.
You see, this is a thing. A go, I brought it up. Hassan Zidane. He said today he owns a big construction company. But what did Zidane used to do before Jawia came to power?
Zidane, the man was selling phone pack.
Cell phone pack, not even a cell phone pack and charger and earpiece in Monrovia. That the business Zidane was doing before Jawia came to power. Today, Zidane owns a construction company. He making millions and millions and millions of dollars. How many Liberians you can see attacking Zidane apart from us?
Nobody.
Do you see our Liberian brother then be attacking Zidane that they're making from selling cell phone pack, not even the cell phone, the empty pack. Only one phone was in Zidane store. Today, Hassan Zidane is a rich man. It's a multi-millionaire. He has been given lots of lucrative construction contracts. And I hear you talking. But when Kelvin Bouima, who started out with the Chinese people, then he formed his own company called Quality Group. Today, he's one of the very few Liberian construction contractors with his own equipment, asphalt plane, the plane that can make kota. He bought it $3.5 million for the asphalt plant. You're not there with Zidane. I don't hear you making noise about Hassan Zidane. You brought Zidane Bennett all the money. Because I will use the Zidane story. This is the same Zidane that the government wanted to award what to Baga. They wanted to give him what monopoly to export what?
Cocoa.
What they wanted to get him Baga?
Cocoa and coffee.
The only person to buy and export cocoa and coffee, that's Zidane they want to give it to. I didn't hear plenty of you talking, but when one Liberian man, whether he close to John Bryan government, he not close to John Bryan government, I will defend a Liberian when a Liberian can get a contract from their own government as long as they can deliver. You take Lebanese man who used to have cell phone store and you made him multi-millionaire. When one Liberian person get a contract, then y'all want me noise. Y'all leave me, man. I have no regrets. I will defend any Liberian, not just Kelvin Bouima. Any Liberian who has the opportunity to get a contract from the government, some kind of way, I will defend that person. Because the foreigners can take it. Yo, when I talk, you got a foreigner. Let Zidane carry the money. Let Zidane carry the money. I will defend a Liberian. Quality Group is a company that is owned by Kelvin Bouima. East International is owned by the Chinese. Who building the Ravi Highway?
East.
Is it Kelvin company?
Nope.
His company is Quality Group. So whether he fronting you, whether he just partner in you, whether he whatever, the idea is, what as far as I know, the facts that we have Quality Group is owned and operated by a Liberian citizen who started by renting machines. When he used to get contracts, that young man used to rent machines. You got your own asphalt plant, brother. They give you a contract to do a piece of asphalt road. You know what the Liberians used to do? Kelvin used to go to the Lebanese and rent their what? And rent their asphalt plant to build the roads. No, this thing is serious, man. He used to go rent the machine to build the roads. Today, he owns a $3.5 million asphalt plant. You're not talking about it. What you're talking about? You're not talking about the foreigners who get all the contracts and the one Liberian man. Let me say this. Any Liberian person that can manage to get some of these government contracts, which we know how difficult it is for a Liberian person to get a government contract. Don't we know that, black guy? We know that. So, if they give a Liberian company a contract, however way he gets that contract, through the crooked system that we now have, that we've always had, I will not bash that Liberian contractor as long as they deliver on the contract. Did you hear me? I'm biased. Let me make this clear. Maybe you didn't understand me. They get 99 contracts to foreigners. They get one to a Liberian. And you think I'm going to get mad because the Liberian got one? I will not get mad. As a matter of fact, that's what I will be doing. I'm not going to go there with you. So that only the Liberian person on a contract, you see the problem with. You not see the problem with the foreigner then contract. Zidane was selling cell phone pack when Jovia were in power. Today, Zidane is a multi-millionaire. And I still see you, you're not talking about you. I'm reading your comments here. No, Zidane, that foreigner, they ain't carry all the money. You not get problem with that one. But I don't care. Whatever you say, I will support and I will defend Liberian business people as long as they try their best and they deliver. This has absolutely nothing to do with Kelvin. Everything to do with, for years, brother. What have we been doing on this platform since we were established? Fighting for and defending Liberian business people.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing here for many years since we've been here. Except you have not been following us. Then you don't know what the Costa Show really does. That's what we do. Right now, we got advertisements running on this platform. Eh? Yeah. Do they pay money to the office, that black guy?
Not.
Why do we do it?
Because they are Liberians.
Thank you. We play advertisements. I say all of you will bring your free advertisements to us. That's not what I say. But some of the advertisements that we run, some of the promo that we do is free, especially small businesses just starting up, because we believe in promoting Liberian business people. That's what we do. You think when you say, Costa, don't defend the man because you know the man close to McGill. That means that McGill you want to help. You think I'll listen to that nonsense? Except you don't know my track record. I have always defended Liberian business people. Always. Except they do wrong. But where they are striving and struggling to make it in their own country, I will support them. Even if they didn't get the contract 100% the legitimate way. Let me repeat myself. Even if the Liberian contractor did not get a contract 100% the legitimate way, I will support them. Did you hear what I said? If they mango, if they did whatever to get a contract, I will support them. The only time I will not support them is when they don't deliver on the contract. We hate one another too much. You got a Lebanese man who used to sell cell phone packs and chargers. Today he's a multi-millionaire. Bassam Zidane. Bassam, I think his son, their names confuse me. His son is called Bassam, and he's called Hassan. or something like that. The Zidanis, they are rich. They're super rich. I don't hear you complaining. Zidane has made so much money that he wanted the government to exclusively award the monopoly rights to him to be the only person to buy and export cocoa from the cocoa producers in the country. And he was going to be setting the price for cocoa. Yeah. I talking you. Because, you know, he's a foreigner. It's okay for him to do that. But then let it be one Liberian. Ooh. You better leave Kevin alone. Kevin, my begin. Anywhere you can get a contract to, get it. What did you hear me say? The system is not fair. It's rigged against us. And let me say this to the Minister of Public Works. When I hear that you are not prioritizing Liberia, why did me and Julie Moore fall off again? Can you please tell them? My friend who was the Minister of Public Works that ended up suing me and I beat him in Washington, D.C. Why did we fall off? Do you remember in 2016?
Because you're not prioritizing Liberians.
Thank you, Bwaka. Thank you, my begin. The reason Minister Judy Moore of Public Works and I fell off, Judy Moore and I were so close. Bwaka, you remember? He invited me to his wedding where the president was. Everybody was like, oh, Judy, how can you be brave to invite Henry Costa to your wedding when the president will be here? Judy said, the man is my good friend. I went to Judy Moore's wedding as a special guest. Judy Moore and I was so close. Judy Moore told me before he became Minister of Public Works, before Ellen appointed him, Judy Moore told me that he was going to prioritize Liberian business, like Liberian contractors. But when that boy became Minister of Public Works, okay, he started awarding all the contracts to foreigners. I fought my friend. Judy Moore, I was so close. But I always used to even criticize Judy Moore when he became. No. I was biased because he was my good friend. But the one time, the moment I fell out with Judy Moore was for Liberian contractors. That's when I fell out with Judy Moore. Judy Moore and I fought Judy Moore so bitterly until Judy Moore sued me in Washington, D.C. He brought a $2.5 million case against me. Whose lawyer does Judy Moore use to sue me, boy?
Any lawyer.
A Jewish lawyer called Stephen Schneebaum. Ellen gave her lawyer to Judy Moore to sue me in Washington, D.C. They told me if I can retract the things I said about Judy, Judy will withdraw the case. What did I do? I said, no.
You won the case.
We fought the case in court. I beat Judy and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in court. Judy Moore ended up paying me many thousands of dollars in attorney fees and other costs associated with the lawsuit. So you see me, when it comes to when Judy Moore was nominated by Ellen, Senator Oscar Cooper was what at the time, okay?
He was senator.
Not only was he senator, what was he? He was the chairman on the Public Works Committee. I went to Senator Oscar Cooper. That was my first time lobbying for a minister to get confirmed. Senator Cooper loves my business, by the way. I went to Captain Marvel, as we call him affectionately. I said, Captain, I'm here to lobby you to confirm my friend. Oscar Cooper said he was not going to confirm Judy Moore as Minister of Public Works because the young man had no experience in the sector. I went and lobbied for Judy Moore. Captain Marvel is my witness. That is what I believe. When I believe in something, when I believe in someone, I fight for you. And I'm not saying the singular reason why Captain Marvel decided to confirm Judy Moore was because of my begging him to do so, but it was part of the reason. And he likes to remind me, always says, Mama, you remember you came here to me for Judy Moore business, and you and the man ended up falling off. And Judy Moore was confirmed Minister of Public Works. When Judy came in, Judy and I had a strategy. Listen to this. Judy said, my man, the way Public Works works, they don't award contracts to companies that don't have certain capacity. So when most of the Liberian companies don't have the capacity, they don't have the technical capacity, the equipment. I said, but Judy, why don't you look into Judy more somewhere, my dear brother Eden, Judy more somewhere. But I'm just telling you who I am when it comes to Liberian business for the extent I go. So Judy Moore and I had a strategy. The strategy, this is after Judy Moore had become public works minister now. I paid him a visit to his ministry. Imagine I was against the government, but I could go to Judy Moore office because he was my friend. I like the guy. He's very sharp. I said, Judy, why don't we as a government intercede with some of these companies that produce, that manufacture road construction equipment, and we can get a letter of credit as a government, back it, and we can procure a fleet of equipment, asphalt plant, compactors, motor graders, and then we can bring those equipment to Liberia so that Liberian contractors who don't have their own equipment, they can utilize those equipment. They can rent them. Like they own them as a cooperative. And as they rent them, the money they generate in rental income can be used to pay for those equipment. You understand? Judy said, "Mama, that's a brilliant idea." Then we also came up with the other idea that, okay, since the World Bank and those other big companies don't award contracts to Liberians because they don't meet their requirements, but you could ensure that every big company that gets a contract to do a road project will subcontract some of that contract, at least up to 20% of that project, to a Liberian firm. So the big man get a contract, but he gets small to the small man, so that the small man can eat and can grow too. Those are things that me and Judy will discuss and agree on. But my people, y'all listen to me. After that ball took over, that ball changed. My friend Judy Moore, I could not recognize. Judy Moore looking for a place to stay. I was all over looking for Judy Moore hostel to move in. Because he had only 10 apartment. He wanted to stay in a place. He had just gotten married. That's how close we were. I was looking around for a place for Judy Moore to live while he was Minister of Agriculture. Of Public Works, I'm sorry. But the moment Judy Moore sat in that job, Judy Moore changed. Judy Moore changed. That ball changed. I could not recognize my friend Judy Moore again. He had one guy there called Lafayette Giddings. Today, you hear Lafayette go on radio and be attacking the Jawia government. Again, look at him. When they say be hell of a road, that Lafayette Giddings is a man Judy Moore brought and made him Deputy Minister for Administration. He was in charge of the procurement committee, awarding the contracts. Lafayette Giddings is running for senator in Montserrat County. That was brave. He's a big official in the Unity Party. When they say rogue, that Lafayette Giddings. Lafayette Giddings is the one that put all the bad ideas in Judy Moore head, how they can steal, how they can do this, how they can do that. And they started giving contracts to so foreign. I said, but Judy, but what's going on? What happened to the things we discussed? You think when you hear me defending Liberian contractors, you think they're just starting? I've been doing it ever since. I fell out with my good friend because of Liberian contractors. We went to court. I beat him in Washington, D.C. He sued me in D.C. He sued me in Liberia. He brought a case here. Some of you can recall. I fought with my friend because of my belief that Liberian businesses must be given an opportunity to grow. Lafayette Giddings, when they say rogue at him, big hell of a rogue. Since that boy left the government, he has not held a job anywhere. But in the 5 years outside government, the boy lived like a rich man. But guy, in 5 years outside government, no job, no income, the boy lives like a rich man still. Today, see the car he drives. He was Deputy Minister for Administration and head of the Procurement Committee of the Ministry of Public Works, awarding all the contracts to the foreigners, collecting the kickbacks, and he and Judy Moore split it. When they say rogue like him, hell of a nasty, dirty rogue, Lafayette Giddings. Be hell of a UP man. When you see him go on radio and be attacking Jawia government, I can just look at the man and say, that they men that put bad thing in my friend Judy Moore head, they hell of a rogue here that he the one talking here. Sometimes we look at the people we say we are fellow opposition people with. Oh, I just said to myself, Lord have mercy. Michael Bobby Boo, that Sanama Swan can steal. Lafayette has not held a job since 2017 when the government ended that boy can steal. When they say steal, they're not small stealing. He the one put bad party in Judy Mohe. That they made today. He can go on radio and he can be saying the government is very corrupt. This government is this, the government. I just look at him. That man spoiled my friend Judy Moe. That man. He's saying running for senator of Montserrat County. They bought brave. They bought too brave. So why am I telling you all of this history today? That a good friend of mine had to sue me in court to try to silence me from fighting him for Liberian business people. I know how the whole construction industry works, how it works. I know it. They treat our people very, very badly. One of my friends just sent me a message and said, Lafayette teaching to 2 universities and he's also consulting. Trust me, the money Lafayette lives on is not consulting money. It is the money Lafayette and Judy Moe made at Public Works, awarding contracts to foreign contractors and making lots and lots and lots and lots of money. Judy Moe got beef farm today. Hello, farm. Rubber farm. So please, I know these people. I know these people. I know them very well. So nobody will make me stop supporting Liberian contractors because the system is rigged against them. They are not meant to succeed. They frustrate Liberian contractors in favor of foreign contractors. So when one Liberian man can get contract, whether he's friendly with the president, he's not friendly with the president, so long you Liberian man, they get contract, you can perform, I will support you. You hear me? And I gotta know you, or put it in real Liberian English so you can understand me. Y'all better leave me. I make no apologies for defending Liberian contractors because they've suffered for too long. They have suffered for too long and continue to suffer. All the Jaja road and Bwaka, all the Jaja community road, and why they can't give it to Liberians to build it? Hey, boy?
They keep giving it to Zidane.
They gave all to Zidane. What does Zidane know about building roads? Eh? Kevin Women get master's degree. Zidane not even get high school paper correct. But they can get in BB contract. You're not told that any Liberian man they get contract to, so long you deliver, I support you. And I got to eat some of your money, but I will support you. I will stop. I will leave it there for today. So you better leave Kevin Boomer. Kevin, get your contract. Enjoy yourself. Do deliver on the contract. Don't listen to nobody. You are a Liberian man. Zidane, the Liberian. All the funny Indian men and Lebanese men they gave you contract to, are they Liberians? You in your own country, you can live fighting to get contract. I will defend Liberians any day, anywhere they are, as long as they do right. The pikin started from small. He now grow, he now go until today he own asphalt plant. Asphalt plant. Eh? They can make their own quota road now. Let's go to the letters here. I finish and I put my whole God also so you can hear it. I'm biased. So when it comes to Liberian people, I'm biased. I'm not even objective. When it comes to defending and fighting for Liberians, I'm biased. I'm not fair. I'm not fair. You fire your own brother, you lead a foreigner to take all the damn money. What's wrong with you? Something wrong with you? I'm not fair. Liberian man, you get contract. Take the contract. Deliver. Take it. You get all the men that get money, all the contract, and all over here. You're not fair. Hey, Liberian man. Roof Coco, Minister of Public Works. I come and start watching you closely. If you mind the noise in the market and people make you not get contract to Liberian people, I will attack you the way you scare the chicken. I will come for you. You better not get contract to Liberian people. Let's go read the letter there, Bogai. Bogai.
Yeah.
Read the letter. Let me find coming soon.
Kumi une second.
Okay, you send it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Me, I can have a feeling. Anybody you want to feel boy anyway that your business. A bias. I for Liberian. Liberian man get contract happy. You for Lebanese Indian men are you business. Okay, so let's go. Mr. Cummings wrote this letter to George Weah on the 27th of August. An open letter to President George Weah. Listen to the letter from Cummings, then we'll go to Weah. Mr. President, I present my compliments and I feel compelled to draw your attention to three matters of urgent national concern. Firstly, last week, the United States government announced sanctions on three senior officials of your administration, including the Minister of State and Chief of Office Staff, the Solicitor General, and the Managing Director of the National Food Authority. The designation of these close and powerful members of your inner circle for acts of stealing and abuse of offices is of serious embarrassment to the presidency and to our country. Your response, Mr. President, is not commensurate with the magnitude and gravity of this international scandal and national shame. Mere suspension of these officials is tantamount to thumping your nose at the United States and our most important development partner. Those involved are your close confidants and partisans. Your lack of decisive action could raise suspicion of your personal involvements in these activities and receipts of benefits from the thievery and abuse. It has serious implications for yourself and smears the image of our country. No serious investor would consider Liberia as a destination for investment to ease the hardship on Liberians through job creation and employment for our people. If your reaction continues to be weak, indecisive, and not equal to the seriousness of the allegations. Therefore, Mr. President, I again urge you to dismiss the designated individuals and request the government of the United States to provide your administration with the information needed, if you do not possess them already, to immediately pursue their prosecution. Mr. President, let me assure you that this is not a national concern over which the Liberian opposition intends to be divided, distracted, and therefore dismissive. We stand together and will not stand aside on this grave matter over which the welfare and well-being of Liberians hang in the balance. We will continue to demand you respond as you should on this important matter in the best interest of the Liberian people. Enough is enough. This is me adding some bombacity and vivacity and alacrity to Mr. Cummings' letter. But trust me, if Cummings were the one reading this letter, you would fall to sleep. This is me adding a Pedro flavor. Baga, you love me? I can see all your teeth, my baby. Yeah, but Baga,
no. Let's go ahead.
You will not be speaking. You know, I got to spice it up a little bit now. So, but anyway, let's continue. The second matter, Mr. President, is that at your recent campaign rally in Montserrat County, Representative Solomon George, a CDC partisan, asked you to appoint him police director so that he can use the office to cause the disappearance of Liberians known to be in opposition to your administration. This was a dangerous, reckless, hate-filled, and incendiary statement. It should have been immediately and publicly condemned by you. That you applauded it was not disappointing, was most disappointing and troubling. I should remind you of your oath as president to protect lives and properties, as well as preserve our hard-won democracy. We have already seen many suspicious deaths and mysterious murders under your leadership of our country. We have heard threats of bloodletting by the head of your party's Youth League and mayor of the city of Monrovia. We have seen the violent reactions, including by organs of your party, to peaceful protest by Liberians, and recently to students of the University of Liberia, one of whom is still struggling for his life. Mr. President, every Liberian life is precious. Our peace and democracy were earned on the sacrifices, voluntarily and involuntarily, of Liberian and other lives. We will not compromise our peace and democracy, nor accept to be silenced in the protection and exercise of that for which many paid the ultimate price, so that all Liberians can enjoy, protect, and preserve for generations to come. The final matter, Mr. President, is the recent decision of the Liberian Senate to remove and replace all electoral magistrates who are trained and experienced. This decision is not recommended by the National Elections Commission and is unsupported by any reasoning that advances our nation's need for increased fairness and improved credibility in our electoral processes. Even worse, it positions the Senate, if not the entire legislature, to meddle into the employment of election magistrates, which is a duty of the National Elections Commission. This, therefore, leaves the unfortunate impression that it is unhelpful, if not even hurtful, to the conduct of free, fair, and credible elections in 2023. A process that is pivotal to the consolidation in our country, to the consolidation of peace, security, and democracy in our country. This is the final paragraph that I'm about to read. I therefore urge you to veto this decision of the Liberian Senate, should such unhelpful decision reach your desk. This will be the right thing to do for Liberia, for the Liberian people, and for our cherished peace, democracy, and security. Sincerely, Alexander B. Cummins. So, folks, this is a letter Cummins wrote to George Weah. And now we go to George Weah's response to Alice Cummins. Huh? Okay?
Yeah.
Where is Weah's letter?
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So now you heard Cummins' letter. It's very clear. Now let's go and read what George Weah wrote. On the 30th of August, which was yesterday, President Weah wrote this response to Alice Cummins. August 30th, 2022, Mr. Alexander Cummins, Alternative National Congress, Monrovia, Liberia. Mr. Cummins, let me begin by stressing that as President of the Republic of Liberia, I have a constitutional responsibility to all citizens, regardless of their political, ethnic, or social persuasions. Only if you really believe that. Yeah. What a wonderful thing it would have been if he really did believe that. That he feels responsible for all of us, for Boakai, for Pedro, for everybody. It would have been a good thing. Anyway, let's read further. I have therefore endeavored throughout my tenure in office to ensure that stakeholders, such as yourself, have the requisite access that will afford the opportunity to raise views, positions, and concerns that you may have on various issues of national interest with me and officials of my administration. So when a communication supposedly meant for my attention appears first on the front pages of newspapers and on social media, it is obvious that the intent is to achieve a political objective, an objective that has eluded you at the ballot box. But I'm glad you have finally found your voice. Okay, how you strong? Joey say, I'm the president. Okay, now then the power will be reading, will stop him, will be Alan Lassie. Joey say, I'm the president. I feel responsible for everybody. So if you want to communicate with me. But how you can say the letter was meant for me, but the first thing I see, the letter is on social media before I can even see it. So that letter was not for me. That letter has a political objective, an objective that you were not able to obtain at the ballot box. Hey, the mentoring job. Wow. He said, Cummins. wrote the letter and published it in the papers because Cummings is trying to score political points that he was not able to score at the ballot box. Let's read for them. Then he said, but I'm glad you have finally found your voice. Oh, did Cummings, did his
lost
voice,
his voice?
But did Cummings' voice go spend time somewhere? That Joey said the man, he glad the man found his voice?
Yeah, probably. What I see there is that, oh, you've been coming at me, but now today I'm officially responding because you have read me a lot of times. I haven't been responding, so this time around I'm responding.
Okay, Joey, big deal.
You strong.
You strong. Look, what a joke. But listen, the man that Comey has found his voice. So when, okay, I already read that part. There is no doubt that the expressed action by the government of the United States to impose sanctions on 3 officials of the government is a matter of grave concern that carries a lot of weight, not just because of the strong historical bonds that subsist between the 2 countries and the fact that they are traditional ally and foremost international partner. They are our traditional ally and foremost international partner, but because the fight against corruption is a key priority of my administration. What? Babu? Babu, what? What did he say? He said what? Then when he said that corruption is a key priority of the administration, Babu?
Yeah.
That one not good English, eh? No, that one not bad English. No, that one English bad. Corruption is a priority of his administration. Okay, let's read. Jesus. For which we have taken manifold steps to eradicate. The man said he has taken steps to eradicate corruption. Okay. The bilateral relationship that Liberia and the United States share continues to grow from strength to strength. As a leader, I took immediate action when the United States recently accused officials of the Liberian government of impropriety and graft and informed the nation of further pending actions. What? He said he took action by suspending them and promising to take action later. You think? Babu, they want that true?
Mr. President, you fighting corruption. Your office boy is on sanction list.
They want corruption. Babu, they want go English.
They want big vla. We call them vla.
Yeah, that one a vla. Vla. What is it vla? My people, you know what they call vla? Vla. So la lelo. Coco story. All right, let's read further. I am glad that the United States and other international partners also recognize the strides that Liberia is making toward consolidating democracy and good governance. In recent years, for instance, we have instituted more measures to fight corruption than was ever done when you served in government. And I hate comments. They want to honor court. Yeah. Damn it. He said, we have done more to fight corruption, put more measures in place than you ever did when you were in government. That one a fly.
So when Kumi was in government, his government was very corrupt, but we have put mechanisms into play that there is nothing called corruption in his government.
That one a big fly. Let's read further.
Another
2 years ago, we convened local and international stakeholders to discuss ways in which the historical menace of corruption can be tackled. We also sponsored a major gathering of Liberia's judiciary to ponder over statutes that have tended to inhibit the fight against corruption. The man say he look at all the way then to fight corruption. They have meeting there, discussion then to fight corruption. All the meeting there, all of one are blah. Suggestions from these gatherings were included in the new LACC Act recently passed by the Liberian legislature. This has given us much international acclaim, including from the International Monetary Fund, which positively appraised my administration's efforts at fiscal prudence, macroeconomic stability, projected growth in spite of global inflation, and other good governance measures in its recent statement on Liberia. It is therefore the height of hypocrisy when a person such as yourself, that comes the man talking so, who dine and whined in the very system I'm working so hard to fix. Talk it. The man that comes to dine and whine with Ellen. But good, I want to get through inside, eh?
Yeah. That one gets more sense.
That one a good English.
Now good English.
Connie and Ellen, they were cool. You ever have Connie criticizing Ellen one time when she was in power? No.
They won't get laid through inside.
And never muster the courage to speak. They won't hear you right. Connie never spoke. Connie never muster the courage to criticize Ellen. They won't get through inside. They won't have lie. Now wants to believe that you have morphed into an advocate of the people.
So basically, the man is saying that
you were not advocate that time. That Costa and Broca were the advocate.
Yeah.
But now today now, because now Elena in power now, you won't be an advocate. That one are true.
Why I'm trying to face the system, then you trying to denigrate.
Facing the system, but I want to fly. But coming when I advocate that time, but now you want to be advocate now. That one not true. That one not true. Yeah. So Joey are right. On the point, yeah, you're right. They won't hear you right. The same ones you neglected during the years of civil upheaval. Hey! Joey are laying another punch.
Damn it. Where were you during the civil war?
Where were you during the war? So we are asking comments. Where were you? That one not true. You saw comments to any refugee camp, black guy?
Nope.
You saw comments to anywhere helping Liberia during the war?
Nope.
Did you hear about any Alexander comments at any of the peace accords or peace summits in Accra, Banjul, Abuja, any of those places trying to bring peace to Liberia?
Nope.
Okay, they were not true.
Not true.
The man went out nowhere. He was selling sugar water, making money. They were not true. Now let me say what Joey said. They were not true. Joey learned another punch. But are you keeping the score? Where was your voice, Mr. Cummings, when 60+ concessions awarded by the government in which you served were found to be bogus, illegal, and inimical to the interest of the Liberian people? Ow!
You strong. They
want a good English,
Good English, yeah.
Good English. They want a good English. Joey is saying the 68 concessions that Ellen awarded, and they brought a company called Mo Stevens to audit those concessions. And out of 70, 68 were found to be bad. Only 2 were correct. Why didn't Cummings talk?
Why didn't Cummings talk?
Why didn't Cummings issue statement to say that these concessions are bad? So we are saying Cummings not talk. That one, that good English. Let's move on. Caesar. Okay? Where was your voice, Mr. Cummings, when the National Oil Company of Liberia, NOCAL, was rendered bankrupt? Jay! Cummings is saying, Jawia is saying, where were you when Ellen's son, Raul Seli, bankrupted NOCAL? Did you ever hear a statement from Alexander Cummings?
No, but Costa, you expected Cummings to talk when Cummings was in the government? Cummings was with Ellen.
That's not the point. The point is Cummings not talk. My man, don't change the rules. The point is he not talk. He know I have voice. Don't be devil advocate yet. So we are right. Cummings not talk. Oh no, he not talk. The reason why he not talk, we not care. And you must say all that time.
Yeah.
The time Raul Seli bankrupted NOCAL, you bugger, you never talk.
We talk.
You talk at all. But there's Cummings talk?
No.
Cummings not talk. Larry. Where was your voice when cries for the pavement of a short stretch of road from Ganta to Yegepa could not be carried out because your administration, for pecuniary gains, then ask the concessionaire to default on their commitment enshrined in the agreement. The ArcelorMittal deal, the Yegepa road. Where was your voice when the central bank was crippling on a staggering, unfettered borrowing by the government in which you served, undermining the nation's strategic reserves and leading to a weakened monetary environment? Wow. Pagu, they want a good English.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few months ago, you were accused of forgery. Hey, Joey, they bargain for a bad will.
Okay, so they make it go back in history, then they make come to current events. Now we are in current events.
Hey, Joey, okay, listen. Joey,
let's go to current events.
Yeah. A few months ago. Well, I got me look for you. A few months ago, you were accused of forgery by some members of your CPP group and was afforded the opportunity to go to court and be heard. Now you are saying that others should be deprived of the same opportunity to due process. Let me remind you that the very U.S. government that you reference called for due process and the application of Liberian law, as was stated by Ambassador McCarthy when he unveiled the designations. Quote, we stand ready to support the government of Liberia in pursuit of its own investigation of corruption in its jurisdiction, understanding that you will apply Liberian law in an appropriate way, in an appropriate, transparent, and timely fashion, unquote. The man quoting the American ambassador. You can resort to selective amnesia in these grave matters, Mr. Cummings. The man no book. That one are good. That one are good English.
A good book, a good book.
You know what I mean? Selective amnesia. When it comes to that one, you can't forget. When it comes to that one, you can forget. Selective amnesia. You forget some, you not forget some. Oh.
Okay. Because all right, let's forget it. Let we can read the banana letter for all. Like we have one for we have to read a letter.
Yeah, read it. Hey, you don't want to finish the show now. You don't want to finish the show. So let's end the letter. We'll go take some calls. It is also disappointing to note your reference to a vote by the Liberian Senate to change election magistrates and your call on me to veto this decision by the Liberian Senate. As a former senator, let me take this opportunity to school you. Talk it, Magu. The man lender an honor court against Cummings. Let me take this opportunity to school you in the workings of the Senate, the legislature in general, and its relationship with the executive in the passage of laws. A vote by the Senate on any bill does not come to the desk of the president. A vote by the Senate requires concurrence by the House of Representatives before it is submitted to the office of the president for a signature or veto. In this instant case, this bill did not estimate or did not emanate from the executive branch, nor does it have its support. The continuous fear-mongering by you and others in the opposition, seeking to prematurely cast expressions on the sanctity of our electoral process, in the face of the excellent track record of the number of free, transparent, and fair elections which have been held since my incumbency, many won by candidates of the very opposition, is duplicitous and dishonest. Bagu, you know both. You know both, Bagu. You know both. Let me read further. Let me remind you and others of Liberia's traditional elitist political class. In spite of the political, economic, and humanitarian carnage you have caused for over a century, and still feel an uncanny entitlement to the office I now occupy, I assumed leadership through a peaceful, democratic, free, and fair process, which the people of Liberia gave me an overwhelming mandate. An election that you participated in and received a dismal 7% of. Babu, why do we got to mention what percentage of the votes coming receive?
This month, now the percentage, but this.
Babu, they want to bad English.
Oh, is that a final verdict?
Yeah, this is the final verdict. Why much we have mentioned how many votes the man got? 7%. He said the man received what? Let me read it one again. Let me read it one again. Wait. He said an election that you participated in and received a dismal 7% vote of rejection. He not just said vote. He said vote of what? Rejection.
But Costa,
I am a man of peace, a man of integrity. I pay my dues to my country for decades, long before I was given the mandate of leadership by the Liberian people. This was done at great personal risk, particularly during the war years. I doubt you were anywhere around to fully understand what this truly means. Hey, the men that coming were nowhere around during the war. Why do we were flying the flag all over the place? Paying for the national team to go play football abroad. Is they coming when I around? Hey man, the way you bow. Talking. I left the comforts of Monte Carlo, the comforts of Paris, the comforts of Milan, and the comforts of New York to help my people who were in distress due to war. Many days I flew from Paris to Bujumbura in Ghana, from Monaco to Conakry in Guinea, and from Paris to Abidjan and Danane in La Côte d'Ivoire to lend a helping hand to assist my people who were in dire straits in refugee camps. I suspended my career to join UNICEF as a goodwill ambassador, free of charge and at great personal cost, to support the international efforts to end the war and help disarm child soldiers. They want that true, and all they want that true, eh?
Yeah. He did some things with UNICEF. Yeah.
What they come is there during the war. Let's tell the truth. If you not tell the truth, yeah, that we are there all the thing, God will not bless you. They want that truth.
Yeah.
No political benefit, they want that truth.
Yeah, we
they
are
want that truth. So we are getting one on coming and do nothing during the war.
Yeah.
So we are getting, but again, what today some people can say, hey, Jawia is a count to all in the refugee camp. He used to help us. They want that truth. Jawia helped Liberians during the war. He went to Danane, all the refugee camp. He used to help people during the war. They want to hear that truth. Coming was nowhere around. Coming had plenty of money. He never helped nobody during the war. We ain't see him going to a refugee camp. We're not seeing him helping anybody. They want that truth. All a bad thing he's doing today, but the truth must be the truth. He did these things, the good things during the war years. Damn it. The man ran so coming so. He said the records are there, but none are blind as to who do not wish to see it. Where were you then, Mr. Cummings? Did you leave your press tower in Atlanta?
So the Atlanta team, Joe, we have to bring Broy to Mr. Cummings.
Now we don't want to talk from.
A lot of people always say Mr. Cummings will be president in Atlanta, Georgia. So Joe, we are doing be listening here.
They bought more about. But I play that play small. The play what you say, if you think you banana, play. If you think you banana, I banana more than you. This statement here, that banana statement. Play, Bogay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
But why are you looking for it? He said, where were you then, Mr. Cummings? Did you leave your perch tower, I mean your very tall tower, in Atlanta to lift a finger to help our people who were dying? The man said, come in and lift for one finger. He didn't even say a hand. He said one finger. Jovia said, come in and lift for one finger to say, let me go help. One finger.
I will not compete for you unless you pay me.
I'm not stupid. Listen to me. Listen. Baba, ask anybody when you Ghana, I'm gonna
you. Joey Arabana. Come in, Dana Mana. Okay, all right, guys, stop it ready. Let's continue from here. I know that by this response, I have inadvertently accorded you the attention you have long sought in order to revive a dead political stature, for which you keep issuing weekly press releases and statements which make unsufficient. Hey, they made Joey too bad. They want a knockout. They all want a knockout. They want you to knock out. Joey say, I know by this response. That means just because I not respond to you now, this is what you've been looking for a long time. The attention you've been looking for a long time, I just gave it to you so that you can revive your dead political stature. For which you issue weekly prayer releases. The man say, come in working the prayer release office. Every week, you issue one prayer release. They want to go English or the bar English.
Go English.
What is it? Joey too bad. Joey you bad man. Joey you bad. He said, talking, big deal. However, I owe it to the people of Liberia, the general public, and to people the world over to correct these completely erroneous characterizations that you and your clique continue to spew out. The Congress of Democratic Change now, the Coalition of Democratic Change, has a history of utilizing its internal mechanisms to chastise leaders who violate the laws of the party, including expulsion from the party of even its chairpersons. Can we say that about your party? Perhaps you should speak to the founding chairman from who you bought your little party. Hey!
Your little party. Your little party.
Your little party. Joey said, come to add a man or raise a good. The man bought a little party from.
You haven't seen that party though. You haven't seen that party.
Play the thing one more time. If you think you wanna play.
But you get sharing that party there. So
the boy little party. Play, bagay. Oh, the way about me. The man was little party.
I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Listen to me. Listen. Baba, ask anybody when you see Ghana, I'm gonna
leave. All right, hold on. Okay, so he said, perhaps you should speak to the founding chairman from who you bought your little party. He will tell you about a strong ethos of zero tolerance for improper behavior within the CDC. Let me say, for the record, that Representative Solomon George and all opinion leaders in the Coalition for Democratic Change are fully cognizant of my publicly held position on the maintenance of the country's hard-earned peace and the rule of law. His recent statement was out of order. It was no surprise, therefore, that he wasted no time in setting the record straight about what he truly intended to convey. But the insincerity on your part becomes so palpable when you are up in arms, pandering to the public gallery because of his comments, when you would not garner the same courage to rein in an agitator of a lawmaker within the ranks of your own party who constantly threatens violence and denigrates women. He, in fact, took guns to a protest rally in which you participated, but not a word was heard from you. How hypocritical. This double standard removes any moral authority to offer advice on what rightful path the country ought to take. I have no history of violence. My rise from Monrovia's slums is publicly documented. It was through hard work, respect, dedication, and commitment. that I clawed my way out of poverty, for I have never forgotten my roots. So there is a reason why your attempts to conflict who Liberians and the world actually know me to be have not gained much traction. I do not condone violence in any form whatsoever. Okay, folks, we're going to read the last paragraph and we are done. Never again will Liberia return to the dark days of violence. All those wanting to take state power must therefore submit to the will of the Liberian people, because it is only through peace, unity, development, and democracy that our beloved nation can prosper. Best regards, George Manawia. Folks, there you have it, yeah? There you have it, yeah? They're on this, but what is the score?
We are still leading. Yeah, we are 4, Kumis 1. So we stay anticipating.
Amen. Let's go to the phone lines and take some calls. We gotta take some calls.
Okay.
There you have it. We are waiting for part 2, but this is part 1. We are is leading.
Yeah. So we have 4, Kumis 1. We hope Kumis response can come out today or tomorrow. We want it all the weekend, man. We want something, yeah, back to back, like it want. So 0770-102-102-886-010383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Coming up this morning, and you'll be live with us on the Costa Show, wherever you are. If you just joining us, this is what we are talking about. Let's take this first thing. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Pangomo.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Gomu Kamara calling from Kogota.
Go ahead.
Okay. For me, we are issue. But when a crocodile, that's trouble. You know, the people are busy there. Coming for now, but I'm selling. All the laws are coming in. Coming up preserving material. Coming that nobody. That man is selling.
We gotta be conscious of the time. We want more people to speak.
Hey, you keep the highway. The money not paid. Now that one can be paid. Coming never do anything for the wrong people.
Okay, Pangomo, let's take this other person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Baka, and good morning, Costa. Do you hear me well?
Loud and clear. Your name, where joining us from?
Okay, my name is Linford. I call from Norway. And let me just contribute this morning. It is very comical, laughable, and even indiscreet that none of you can write comments and ask where is your voice. Okay, let's say comments did not make any noise during the water. But you are president today. Under your watch, for 5 years going to 6 years, the mysterious death. Not only outside, but within your government, 4 auditors in your government got killed. What did you say? Okay? I mean, the list goes on. I don't even need to name the people that died because of their family's sake. So you said that, and you open your mouth and asking somebody who was entirely live, where was his voice? We should be asking, where is your voice? And that question is asking.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person from this line. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, your name, where joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Joe, and I'm calling from Canada.
Go ahead, you are live.
Yeah, I just want to say that on a very serious note this morning, George Weah as a person did not actually do well for Liberians in an organized way. He did well to some extent by in an organized way. George Weah did not take food to the Liberians in the refugee camp. Every time George Weah went there, you were on a falling street. He went down there to boil this. They will Costa that I know this morning. They will Costa. You think George Weah can write that letter? George Weah.
But hello.
Who can write a letter? All we know is letter came from the presidency.
The person read letter for him.
That's not the point. The point is that 2 of them write a letter. Are you sure that coming real? Coming an educated man, but it's possible he people wrote it for him. Not that he can't write that kind of letter. That's not the point. The point is the two of them writing each other, we will discuss it. That's the point. Let's take some calls there, Boga.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Boga. Good morning to the force of the forceless.
Yeah. Good morning, Edwin.
Erin. Yeah, this is Erin Sheriff calling from Pingsville. Of course, like you see, that letter exposed a lot of things. Yesterday, I was shocked. I was listening to Spoon, and I even get to know that Cummings, Alexander B. Cummings, he worked previously in the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. I was shocked. And even some of the parties on the show that was defending Cummings when that story came out, they couldn't defend it. So I was shocked because, and it just brought on my mind. I had never listened to Cummings criticize Ellen before. Seriously.
Okay.
And for John Weir letter, what he said about taking action against Solomon George, that is not true. We just got to know from that letter he wrote that is not true. Solomon George said it and nothing came out of it.
Thank you so much. Let's take this other person.
Did Solomon George come back and retract?
You said?
I never heard Joe Weir say Solomon George retracted what he said. I never heard it. Did Solomon George retract his terrible statements?
Hello, Boga.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello.
Where joining us from?
The Pastor Charles Ako. I called to just clarify this in the air to all Liberians. It may have been true that Joria gave full help Liberians in other refugee camp, but it was not Buduburan camp. I was in Buduburan camp. Joria's mother was in my church. His sister, my people, were in my church. Joria used to go to refugee camp, Buduburan camp, to go far with his being friends, and so I go visit his mother. He never bought a cup of water for any Liberian, so I want to clarify that. That's all I call for. Thank you.
All right, Pastor Ago, thank you very much. Pastor Ago was there, so I was not there.
Yeah, your name is calling from?
Hello?
Good morning, your name is calling from?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning, Boga.
Your name is calling from?
I'm Usman calling from Clouton.
Go ahead, Usman, you're live.
Yeah, this morning, good morning to Helen Costa. This morning, I'm very much surprised of what you have read on that show this letter. Hello?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello?
Let's take another person from this line. Good morning.
Yeah, how are you, Papa? Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Vadi, welcome.
No, man. It is very calling from other side. Yeah, the content of the letter, it was so juicy. It is just a commentary between the both of them. We watch it then out. But let Joe we have you both to us and tell who read that letter for him so we can give that person focus. The man he wrote that letter.
Yeah, it may get people working for him. I can do that thing for him.
But let him hire me too. Myself can rent for him. I want you some the money too.
Somebody
thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from the WhatsApp number. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yep.
This is the Costa Show.
Yeah, the Costa Show.
Yeah, this is Abraham. I'm calling from the States. Hello?
Please go ahead. Stop listening to your receiver. Listen to me through your phone.
No, I'm not a receiver. What I want to say here is the contracting about Calvin. You know what? We Liberians, we are not trusted. And so other Liberians, even we who are in the States here, if we give contract to somebody in Liberia for them to do our work, they will eat the money and they will come and tell you, say, oh, the money finished, the contract is, and the work still going on. Even right now, there's a guy they call Venetia. He's in Philip. I gave him cars in January, 2 cars and some stuff to take to Liberia. That guy took all my things in Liberia and he followed it. He wanted to sell my stuff in Liberia right now, and he is in court in Liberia. So this is the reason people just don't trust Liberian to give them contract.
All right, thank you so much.
Well, my brother, That story you explain, all of us know that story. Plenty of our people cannot be trusted. That is a fact. Nobody in their sound mind can argue against what you just said. Everybody cannot explain that thing. Liberian people that big crook, I agree. But just because of that, we might not do business with our own people. The ones that have not shown to be crooks, the ones that have a history of delivering, we should deal with them. And we should put in place measures to punish them when they do wrong. So that's my point. But you have a point. So two of us agree. Or I mean, at least I agree with you that what you say is true. But I don't know whether you agree with me that we cannot say because of that we should not do anything with Liberian people. Then I don't agree. Let's take a few more calls. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. I see somebody in the back room. Did you guys send a link to anybody?
Yeah, we are due to take the folks I told you about from the school. The adler we missed the announcement we're running.
Oh yeah, but come on, but you didn't remind me. I just see the gentleman, and it's not good on our part to just have him and not hear him out. So let's take two calls there and take him very briefly. They just want to talk about something briefly, so it's got to be very brief. Just a few minutes. Take two calls. Then we'll bring the gentleman in. Take two calls.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, Baga morning. You know, I'm calling from the US. Baga, it's very, very shameful that Costa would say this morning. I'm not a political person, but I try to be as honest as possible. I'm not looking for Costa credibility or something on what I'm saying. But to be honest here, George opened Weah for Costa to sit on his show this morning to talk about what George Weah did for Liberian people and this time the diaspora in refugee camp.
But what we heard, Baga, you didn't hear it.
But hello.
Our person hearing that don't we did things for Liberians in refugee camps?
But listen now, we don't have a dialogue, my man.
You are even losing people that following your show.
Okay, but cut that idiot off. Cut the idiot off. Then what are you listening to me for? If you say I lost it, you can't even speak English when you say losing. It's losing, not losing. You're even losing for all of us. Go learn how to speak English. But here is a key point. But that Jenna was not hearing that Joey used to go on the refugee camp and do good for people.
Nope.
That Jenna was not hearing it?
Nope.
We've been hearing it for long. Whether that's true or not true, but we've been hearing it. We've been hearing it for a long time. That he used to go to the refugee camps and he used to do good for some people. That our person ain't hearing it, that we don't make that story. That story was not invented by us. Mm-hmm. It was not invented by us. We've been hearing that story for a long time. Whether that's true, he really did it or not true, we did not invent that story. So we've been hearing it for a long time. So you can't call it that I may losing people. You can't even see your God. You better go sit down. What are you listening to offer? Then when you listen, you think when you listen to me that what may I will eat? I don't make money from you listening or watching me. I don't make money from doing that. That you can pay my staff in Liberia, pay for my office, pay for my internet bill. You got people listening to all, watching all over the place. We got thousands of people listening on all the different platforms. And you're like, I mean, you losing people. You go learn how to speak English. Till the last caller, yeah. Let me go tell Mr. Edward B. Jones there. You don't get time for your feeling. I don't get time for your feeling. That we don't want to make that story. That story been around for a long time. That Jawia used to go to refugee camp and do good for some people. That we don't want to make the story.
Let's take this person.
Yeah, I'm calling from Massachusetts. My name is Gary. I live in Danande during the war. The only person we saw in Danande was Senator Jonathan Sokbe, that founded a Liberian team in Abidjan called ULIP, United Liberian, I think something. He used to come there most of the time and gave him to refugee. George, we had never came Danande. Whenever he came there, he came to force. So
thank you, yeah, my brother. The people who were there, their word carries more weight than us because they were there. I will not refugee. Our display, but I will not refugee. And display that the people will run away from one place to go to another place. But when you leave your country, go to another country, then you are refugee. So the refugees who were on the camp, they know better. I was not there. They see what we heard that Georgia had 88 million. That who invented that story? That we don't invent it, Waka?
No, they've been circulating.
You're better about the letter. And coming road Georgia rolling back. Because read the letter, so some of your better all. Some of the ends people better. What will read the letter?
We're not supposed to read the letter again.
No, we're not supposed to read the letter. The areas where we believe Cummings were right, we said it. The areas where we believe Georgia were right, we said it. Georgia la that Cummings were not talking nowhere. He was not nowhere. We never saw Georgia Cummings to any of the peace store or wherever, nothing. We didn't see Cummings in no refugee camp, nothing. So the truth of the matter is that the two letters, we find them interesting. We decided to discuss them, and then some of your ANC people fell up that and while we read the letter, they will read it. Then he say we lost in supporter. You see, we lost in supporter. You know how many supporter we get? Lost in supporter. Losing. The word is losing, not losing. Sanaman Swan. Let's take Mr. Edward B. Jones. Mr. Jones, good morning, welcome.
Thank you, Henry Costa. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you. Well, sorry, but Bwaga did tell me that you guys were coming on, but
Okay.
I wasn't reminded today. So when you logged, I was like, okay, because I see it. I see the person in the back room, and he doesn't. So, but we're sorry for having kept you waiting for so long. We got embroiled by something
I understand.
else. So tell us, why are you here with us this morning? We're giving you a few minutes of our time, and make good use of it because you have thousands and thousands of people watching and listening to you.
Yes, I'm here to talk. I'm the principal of Liberia Entrepreneur Educational Foundation, Leeds School, situated in Johnsonville. We're here to talk about a new program we have brought to Liberia. It's in Belgium. She's also a Liberian. So at a low cost, we have brought an educational program that and also encompasses vocational education for very, very low cost, as low as $100 for a year. We are now operating on at the elementary level, that is from nursery to 6th grade. And in our program, if you are attending our school, we allow you at the period of 6th grade, we allow you to be able to discern your area or your strength so that by the time you are promoted to 7th grade, you can choose whether to go academic or technical or vocational. That's the program that we have brought in. We are partnering with an American school in Belgium and also Teachers Without Borders that will be shortly in Liberia to train our staff. We do not only promote and lead foundation educational program, we also want to educate our teachers how to promote a quality education in their schools. So we will also be training teachers around the Johnsonville area. So that we allow them to come on our campus when the Teachers Without Borders are here in Liberia to also be trained without cost. We have a sophisticated library that we open to the general public, especially Johnsonville and community, for students to come and do research. And as they come to us, we assign qualified instructors to work on with them on the issue of how to do research, how to study well, how to use the internet, and so many things that we so lead and offer a lot to Liberia and especially our Johnsonville facility. So I'm here to talk about this. That's why I came.
So when was the school established?
The founder is.
We have Madam Wallace on the line also. She can chip in because she's the boss for the school. So Madam Wallace, good morning, welcome.
Yeah, she's from Belgium.
Yeah, so you want to chip in?
Good morning, hello.
The principal have already spoken a little bit about the school, but you can come in there.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to be on your show this morning. I had some technical difficulties, that's why I'm not on live. But yes, so Liberia Entrepreneur Educational Foundation was actually founded in 2016. Previously, we were working to promote quality education by providing books to our schools in Liberia. So we started building the school in 2017, and we've completed our school now. So the goal is to provide a quality, accessible education to people, especially in the Johnsonville area and the surrounding communities. It was a way to give back to Liberia because I understand the importance of education. So as Edward has said, our educational model is based on American and European curriculum, as we are partnered with the American school here in Belgium, and also teachers were awarded. So we are introducing this concept of academic, technical, and vocational training that will enable our students, once they have gone through our program, they are always they are able to compete at international standards.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Let me ask you a question. This school, what levels? How many levels? What level is the school in terms of different grades? You know, how many grades do you have there? And the second question is, how much does it cost to enroll your child into the school?
So for now, the school is up to junior high, but we are only taking up to sixth grade this year because we want to grow our students. We want to know them, and then when they go to the next level, they are prepared for it. And they can choose how to diverge in the different career path they want. If they want to go into science, technology, math, or want to go in literature and arts or other studies, agro technology, for example. So now we have our registration ongoing. So you can visit our campus in Johnsonville, Lehigh Community Building for tomorrow. There you can obtain our forms, or you can also contact us through our email address, info@leefoundation.org, and our numbers.
Yep. So, since the establishment of the school, or how the people been responding, the citizens there in Johnsonville, have there been some positive response from them in welcoming your institution?
Yes, and ever since before we actually launched the program, people were already coming in when we were like completing the building. So people have been pouring in. Registration is ongoing. We will take a limited number of students this year because we want to also give teachers the opportunity to be able to continue the class and also teach properly. So it's on a first come first basis. So we will build our classes.
Okay, Mr. Principal, you want to come in?
We just lost him. We just lost him, but our time is he's trying to reconnect with us. Yeah, we have you back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to emphasize that
before we leave of them.
Can I speak now?
Yes, you may.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to emphasize what the founder just said, is that we have been having students coming. We have a wonderful learning environment, quiet. Our computer lab is up to standard, and we're not doing competition with our surrounding schools. We are empowering teachers. We're empowering them to work in the schools in which they are assigned. And also we're calling on our principals around there to open up their arms so that we can promote the quality education we want in Liberia. Lead have qualified teachers, and we are working with Institute Teachers Without Border to empower us so that we can reach out to our neighboring schools and help empower them. And then we also want them to know that we have a library that students can do their research, and we are building independent learners. We invite them to be a part of this great dream that Lee has for Liberia.
Yeah, so other communities, other students from other communities will want to attend a school. Is it possible? Is there anything, a transport service that you guys providing for the students also?
If I will come in on that for the moment, don't have that in our program, but it's something we are working on to have like a transportation means from one end to another that would take students within the Lee Hill community. But for now, the last quarter of this year is not our program, but we are working on it. And I just want to stress what Edward said as well. We are not competing with schools. We will work with schools to increase the educational standards in the Johnsonville area and also in Liberia. So when Teachers Without Borders come to Liberia, we will open a nationwide training to everyone, all teachers that will be interested in having it. And I've already spoken with the Ministry of Education on that. And secondly, our goal also is to have just one session of classes. So at the end of the day, we have extracurricular activities for students like music, sports, and arts, or other things they will be interested in, like reading program, for example. And then they can also do their homeworks there at the school. And so when they go home, they have some extra time to do their regular home activities or just play around, because then they are already ready for the next day. And so we will also roll out vocational and adult education in the evening sessions that will be communicated in the later phase soon. So people can also have vocational technical training, like, for example, electrical techniques, electricity, solar panel, computer sciences, etc. And we are also working on to have a training on technical drawing, AutoCAD, and other program will be launched as we go further. So this is a great opportunity for people to take advantage. We made the cost, even though the standard is high, but the cost is low, because at the end of the day, we want the vast majority of the Liberian people to have access to it. So it's not your ability to pay that you will have access to quality stuff.
All right, Baga, I have one last question for them, and then we'll close up. Our time is up. Yeah. One last question. Where is the school located exactly? And of course, the name of the school. Where is it located? Where can one find it? And well, make that A and B, the A and B to the question. Are you online in any way? Can somebody look you up on Facebook, or do you have a website? Anything like that?
Sure. Yes, we have our website. It's www.leefoundation.org, and we have our Facebook page. So it's in the Lee Hill community. It's a new community in Johnsonville, but it's better known as Building for Tomorrow. So it's just opposite another small school, Building for Tomorrow, there in the Johnsonville area.
Okay.
And I can will contact details also if you would like to share.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. And what that was. Thank you so much, and thanks for your contribution to the education sector. You're going to have to spell that name for me. The Lee Foundation. Can you spell that word for me? I'm confused. Mr. Jones.
Yes, it's LEEFS.
Oh, Lee.
Liberia Entrepreneurial, Educational Foundation School.
Okay, all right, that's good. Because I had it wrong there. So there's that is an acronym. LEEFS.
Yes.
Liberia Educational Entrepreneur Foundation School, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah, Liberia Entrepreneur Educational Foundation School. Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Leave. So let me do you a favor. So you say you are on what? Do you have a website? You're on Facebook or something? I want to post the link here so people can look you up.
Yeah, please give us the website.
We have a Facebook.
Okay, all right, good. You have a Facebook. So this is the name, folks.
The website is.
Yes, but
do you need a website now?
Yes, I do want to.
www.leeffoundation.org.
Wait. You got to call that again. LEEF Foundation?
Foundation.org.
Okay. So, folks, that's the website. For those of you who will come later on, you will be able to see it. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you, Henry. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for hosting us.
Thanks for your contribution to the education sector. Very important. Thank you. Well, folks, there we leave it. We have to go.